Hey, Cornelius. So, in between my 2 sleeps today, I was awake in like the early afternoon here. And Peter Svedler had a chess match, which he won. And after his chess match, which he won, he sent me a message telling me a little bit about the whiskey he was drinking to celebrate and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, Peter's having a good night. That's cool. Good for you, Peter. And then he told me he was going to try to get Griftlands going. And I told him that I could like hook him up with a key, and he was like, oh, that's cool, yeah, I love things for free. And then like 30 minutes later he was like, where's my key? And I was like, oh, sorry, I didn't, like, you need it now. So I got him a key, and then he was like, no, I'll just buy it myself, I don't need it. And okay, Peter, you're enjoying your whiskey, cool. So then he tries to get on the Epic Games Store, because Griftlands is on the Epic Games Store, right? And he sends me this message saying that he can't get the CAPTCHA to accept that he's human. And sends me this message like, does it want the animals to be like the right way up and horizontal? That could be tough. Like, yes, that's probably what it's asking you to do. But this was fairly incredible, and I got like a live streamed like message feed of Peter failing his CAPTCHA test, and then he decided to stream it. So I jumped on his stream to watch him failing the CAPTCHA test over and over again, and it wasn't even his fault. The CAPTCHA test was bullshit. It was like there was some bug going on where it wasn't working properly, and poor Peter's there, you know, maybe a whiskey or 2 in, feeling like it's his fault. It wasn't his fault at all. It was sort of like earth-shattering this morning. Is this some public drunk shaming? There's no shame in it anyway. In any of this story. It was like a thoroughly human and enjoyable interaction. Should I take a pummel? I don't know how we like kill stuff. I'll take a pummel just because it deals 12 with vulnerable at the moment. CAPTCHAs should be timed to give them more of a bomb defusal situation feel. Well, you actually do get timed in this CAPTCHA on how long it takes you to orient the animal the right way up. And one theory was that maybe it wasn't being done fast enough, but no, I don't think it was Peter's fault at all. I think it was entirely the fault of the CAPTCHA. Weird stuff, weird stuff. Why does he have that on top of the potions? Because I changed it for Griftlands and then I didn't change it back. There you go. How big of a problem is robots accessing websites that they need to make CAPTCHAs so difficult? It's an interesting question. Like, related question is, do the CAPTCHAs stop robots from accessing the websites? Like, I think it is not that hard to have the robot be like, oh, there's a CAPTCHA here, and alert a human to solve the CAPTCHA, and then go back to being a robot. I think that's actually relatively easy to set up. So like, these are certainly not impenetrable from a security standpoint, are they? CAPTCHAs cost about 50 cents per 1,000 to send to a solving service. So you could like pay a third party to solve the CAPTCHAs that your robots were hitting for your robots. Is that what you're telling me? It's fascinating. This was a pretty big thing in the online poker world. I imagine that it still is somehow, somewhat. Poker is a game where it's possible to write an AI which can compete with humans at this point in history. And so trying to stop AIs from playing on your sites is like a pretty big deal. But it isn't that hard for people to be present enough to make the AI look human. It's just not that hard for people to... Yeah. And then you have like, what happens when a person is actually playing, like sitting there playing, but has a bot alongside looking at what's going on in the hands and making suggestions on what to do and stuff. Is that... How are you going to stop that with your CAPTCHA, you know? An interesting puzzle. We just have to hit Lagavulin really hard over and over again here. We don't have any sort of scaling, so we gotta get the damage in before our strength is all gone. Fortunately, we had a pretty good potion for it. I think I do get to play a defend here. Probably not more than one. The bots they program play better than humans. Well, there's all sorts of stuff going on. That's a dead branch. The Fiend Fire. So there are bots which play better than humans in some situations. In some forms of poker, there are bots which like are unbeatable, but in other forms of poker, that isn't true yet. One thing that's really scary is if there are two bots which the same person controls at the same table, they can actually collude. Poker is a game where if you're playing like with more than two people, then collusion can happen. At which point you don't really need to be the best poker player in the world if you're colluding. That can happen if people are playing too. That's not a bot-only thing. But if one person is able to set up a huge botnet, they don't actually need the bots to be better than people at poker to win. If they can get enough of them onto the site without them being detected, all of a sudden, collusion lets them be winning. One way that you can collude is you can tell people what cards you have, which changes the odds on what cards will be dealt in the rest of the hand, so it gives them an unfair advantage that way. There's a lot more other stuff you can do in colluding, which gets more complicated. Like, for example, there are situations where one player risks some of their chips in order to win chips from another player, but they make themselves vulnerable in doing so. And if a third player punishes them over and over again, the first two players who have chips in the middle of the pot have like a shared responsibility to defend against that third player, right? To stop the third player from having constant profitable punishes, sometimes. And if the first player and the third player are colluding, then when the second player risks money in the pot, the first and third player can like sort of jointly take those chips away from the second player. It's a complicated enough game that I can't give you a super simple like list of all of the ways that can happen, but that's a general idea of what can happen. Is colluding illegal in poker? Yeah, you're not allowed to collude in poker. There's a story about a guy who would limp pre-flop with all his really good hands. His trend would raise every time to force everybody else to act and allow the first guy to re-raise his super strong hands. Yeah, that's like that's pretty easy to work out, right? But that would be one fairly simple example. Is if you get a strong hand, you could have somebody else force some action in the pot somehow in order to beef up how big the pot was for your strong hand. Dark DJ, thanks for the 4 months. Sagbon Wishu to you as well. It's sort of similar to auction colluding. In auctions, if you have one person just bidding a ton, and they're like on a team with the person who's selling the thing, then all of a sudden it's like, okay, so you bid 100,000, you ended up buying it, but that's fine, I'll just give you your money back, whatever. But if somebody else really wants it, all of a sudden they're having to pay 110,000 instead of like 80,000 for it. And I think maybe because I just watched Uncut Gems, that like sort of comparable collusion method came to mind. And caught 333. He's silver blue P. I recommend Uncut Gems if you want to be stressed out and feel confused. Sure. I don't know. Not a movie I'm ever gonna watch again. I'm sort of okay with the fact that I watched it once. Def Duck, thanks for the 3 months. Agbamusho to you as well. That's a good example, James, yeah. If you have separate stack sizes, then you have two players with different incentives in playing. If somebody only has 20 big blinds and another person has 100 big blinds, very vaguely, the person with 20 big blinds wants to play a lot of hands which are likely to win at Showdown, and they want to like dump a bunch of money in early in the pot. And so that way they take all of the later street betting and folding and stuff out of the equation, and you're just dealing off the cards, and then you see who wins at Showdown. So for them, a hand like Ace-9 might be a pretty decent hand. But if you have 100 big blinds, you have to be thinking about, how am I going to play the turn? How am I going to play the river? There will be more bets going and stuff like that. So for you, a hand like Ace-9 is pretty rough, because if you hit an ace, then you're actually losing against Ace-10, Ace-Jack, Ace-Queen, Ace-King, which are likely hands that someone's going to want to play against you. And if you don't flop an ace, you're like having a lot of trouble getting like a straight draw going on or something like that. And so for someone with 100 big blinds, a hand that might be more interesting might be 10-9. You turned your ace into a 10, but your hand might actually be more playable, because all of a sudden you can make straight draws, you can make flush draws, and you can potentially make a hand that's big enough to win a large pot at the end. And so when you have those two different players with different incentives on how to play, they can like sort of use the fact that each other's stack sizes are different to collude in a way that's favorable for both of them. Just upgrade Pummel, I think. We're gonna need Dead Branch to not kill us here, but we have decent potions, I don't know. Hey Pip Diddle, it's going alright. Was it Damien up until now? I've been asleep up until now, basically. So, yeah, that. We should really play Bash here. It's like sort of important. Because I think next turn I'm going to want to Fiend Fire. Mona, thanks for the 5 months. Hogbomo show to you too. And then if these cards really suck, all of a sudden we have no defense anymore against Guardian, which will be interesting. Yeah, we have no defense anymore against Guardian. Alright, cool. I double tap Clothesline. Clothesline is defense. Yeah. Is it though? Are we gonna die to Guardian with Dead Branch again? Oh my god. Don't do it to me, game. I feel like we might be okay. Guardian, the Dead Branch killer. Gotta think, gotta think, gotta think. We want Hemokinesis next turn. Let's Armaments up Hemokinesis, deal 24 or whatever. 27, right? 27. 27, 36, 49. Okay, go ahead and grab this now. You can play this one twice. That wins. Can I like save 2 health? 18 plus 27 would be 38, 45 plus 27 is exactly 72. A bit spooky. But we're okay. Impervious. And Branch lives on to see Act 2. It certainly does. I don't think you take Busted Crown when Corruption instantly wins you the run. Which doesn't leave us many great options. Potion me up. Let's go. Ooh, pretty good hit. Roar, thanks for 4 months. Magma will show to you too. Sphincter Wolf is gonna try slay the Spire. Hot damn. Good luck. Sounds like fun. Would Corruption be the best card I could hope for right now? Yeah. Corruption Dead Branch is a thing. Definitely a thing. I feel like I can probably just kill you. Oh no, I did it in the wrong order. Also, it wasn't enough damage. Damn. Is there something to dual wield? Not really. I'll take an upgraded one right now, but I don't think an unupgraded one does enough. More gold for the store. We're gonna try to get strong enough with potions to get through elite fights. Should be a huge Fiend Fire this turn. I only need 4 cards, so I could play a couple of Angers first, although you're healing anyway. Doesn't even really do anything. Keep an Anger in the deck. Upgraded one gives you 1 more card, yeah. Okay. I don't think I have to play Offering here. Is it too strong? Is it too strong though? Maybe the number has to come down on it. Maybe it deals 8 damage or something. Because it costs 0, right? It seems like it's too strong. I think we just take Bronze Scales. Wish you could get an early Dead Branch. Yeah, but then you like die with it. Is that really what you want? We're in a pretty like uncomfortable position in this run on 3 energy with no non-Dead Branch scaling in particular. Could have just played Bash there. Would have been easier. Hopefully the shield doesn't go on Gremlin Leader here. Alright, so I have to deal 25 then. I have 8 strength. Alright, fair enough. Any plans to try out game on the jig? Alright. So. What do we put on Discord so people can see what games I have to try out? I'll take a combust. I guess the vague schedule already says. I don't have plans to try things that aren't on the vague schedule in Discord. How about that? Combust doesn't work super well with fossilized helix, as seen here. But we sort of need something like it, so too bad. Okay. The boot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do I want the boot or do I want Akabeko? Because I don't think I want both of them, Twitch chat. Doesn't feel like I want both of them, actually. Feels like I would like one of them. Feel very confused right now. I still have headbutt. I'm just gonna take 5 health off that potion. Don't think we're getting much better than that. Oh no. Oh no. Mine is gonna have to be to headbutt that Fiend Fire back later, I guess. Wait, 18 times 4? Yeah, that's not enough. This one, though. This one's pretty good. I did the math wrong by 10. I thought I was leaving it at 1. Perfect play as usual. Alright, cool. Flex plus, Havoc. Twin Strike? Havoc Headbutt, maybe? Havoc's okay with Dead Branch too. Might need to eye roll into some sort of sick thing for the boss fight off of Havoc. This doesn't do anything. I guess it upgrades my strike. Counts. So play actually to dual wield Pummel. Letter opener, the courier. A lot of relics this act. Don't think they do anything. I guess letter opener just did something. Well done, letter opener. Alright, so the plan for Hyper Beam fight with 0 potions, 0 scaling, and 58 health is going to be I guess you got pretty lucky? I guess. I don't know. Feels a bit like I should save this Akabeko. It's 40 damage on a Pummel. Or a Fiend Fire. I'm only dealing 14, so I'm only dealing 31 damage here. I think I save it. Possibly better to defend there. Stolen Fiend Fire already. Don't think I want more of these. I don't know. I think we're dead. Where's that branch? Lol. I should have played Impervious. Okay. That's enough block. It's more than enough block. Also a barricade, but I don't have any other skills left in my deck. We just start killing now. And we need to kill somewhat rapidly. And we don't have any strength yet. This procs letter opener. That's a really nice card to hit. So is that. Okay, bailed out. I'll take a corruption. I'll take a real corruption, thanks. No luck. Well, I'm gonna take a barricade, I think. We can transform 3 or take a Sozu. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Sozu does turn off all of the potions. Sort of need the energy. I think we need the energy. Hey, AJ Nomikos. I'm doing alright. Here's our super elite. Let's go. Arcade would be an interesting card to get to put in play sometime soon. Spike enemies are the most boring in the game. What do you think about our character, the Spike character? Observe as I deal another 3 damage. Visky. Who's the angriest Slay the Spire character? The champ. Definitely the champ. Champ has a lot of rage that is just not being dealt with very well. I refer to myself as the champ in the mirror, yes, and the bedroom. Take a spot weakness, I guess. Now we have a scale. I don't know how exciting Bash Plus is at this point in the run. I don't think it's that exciting. So, I think that clicking on Rupture when we have a career is a really good idea. Right? Seems like a really good idea. I would like it anyway for Combust. Gives us some strength. I think I like it even more with career when it can show me a corruption. Nope. And then I can actually still buy Toxic Egg if I want because of Ceramic Fish giving back some gold. I think I'm okay with that. Some upgraded skills in the deck. Yeah, okay. That's cool. I've decided not to upgrade any of them out of spite. Could have taken Regal Pillow. Thought a little bit about taking Regal Pillow. I was like, nah, why would I need Regal Pillow? Now we know. It's an interesting hit. Got corruption again. I would like a real one. Can I have a real corruption? No. What are the odds of seeing a particular rare card in a hallway fight? They're not that high. There is a running thing that keeps track of how long it's been since you saw a rare card and makes it more likely. Well, it keeps track of how many commons you've seen since you last saw a rare card, actually. Makes it more likely that you will get one. But it doesn't make it more likely that you will get a specific one. Just makes it more likely that you'll get one in general. Not weak anymore. Too bad I don't have another energy. Could go impervious, but I think we like don't kill. Okay. You gotta stop showing me corruption. It's just making me feel worse. It's not making me feel better. 16, 25. First Isle, thanks very much for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate that. Clawdeck, Clawdeck. Oh no. Oh no. Happy birthday, Ultimo Dealer. Take a Havoc. Oh my god. Oh my god. We sort of have to like god draw somehow against something. I don't even know how. Dead Branch can find a way though, I bet. This is not it. This is not the way. I think I would like to spend my turn doing like literally anything, so maybe let's do literally anything here. Okay, we got some cards in play. That's decent. Blank 0. Blank 0. Thanks for the sub. I'll go more show to you too. There's a limit break here, but I have no strength. But I could have strength in a bit. Try to get some strength before we Fiend Fire, maybe. Oh, 2 limit breaks. Spot weakness doesn't work. Cool. Just play this now. Okay, probably need to. Alrighty then, that's my Fiend Fire. I have a Headbutt and a Havoc. I don't think Heavy Blade matters at this point. I think we need to get that Corruption in play before we die. And so I have to hit Havoc off this. Okay. I mean, is there any energy here? Holy shit. An anchor, a self-forming clay, and a corruption! No. These are the best relics we've got in a while, though. Dead branch seems broken. Yep, that's correct. Well, it doesn't just seem broken, it also is broken. If I played Combust here, I could, like, actually die to Slime Boss, which is pretty impressive. Bloodletting could also kill me. If you stick together 3 Havocs, you get a Corruption. That's really good to know. I don't think we need to worry about playing offerings here. We just Fiend Fire and kill now, basically. Same with Combusts. There's just no reason to play those when we have 70 block at the moment. Havoc's like a janky recycle. I think it's like a good recycle. It actually plays the card, which is sort of nice. When you pick up Dead Branch, you should instantly get Corruption. That's aggressive. Not sure if it's necessary. Dual Plus upgraded the card it created instead of creating more copies of it, you mean? Feels like it would make it worse. You should just make the Corruption the next store cost 1 more gold than you have. Named after color. That's my opinion. Alright, deck. Alright, this is stressful. I still, like... Currently, if I walked into Boss Gauntlet with no potions in this deck, I feel like I'd win the run maybe like 15% of the time, something like that. The elites can give Corruption, and they can give other stuff that's very helpful. I have a Black Star. Problem is, sometimes I'd add a Reptimancer. Sometimes I'd add a Nemesis. So we have to like work out where we want to put our risk here. Is the chance of dying to the elites worth the 2 relics and card reward? And also, do I want to recall here so I can rest later? Let's recall here to be flexible later. Oh, actually, it turned up being good. Funny. Less good. Way less good. We take 18 here. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'll take 20 instead. Every time. Just give me one in the fight rewards screen. It doesn't really help me to get this inside the hallway fights. Does this kill them or me? Them. Just barely. That a kill? Oh, there's no corruption. Alright. Barely short. Oh. Had a buffer stack there. And a burn in my hand. Okay, I'm not sure there was anything to be done about it anyway. Feel no pain or seeing red? It's like actually sort of a choice. I'm gonna go feel no pain. There's actually a decision there though. Goodbye, buffer stack. Hello, strength. Awkwardly, I didn't get strength that turn, though. Because my buffer stack. Yeah, well, you know. Oh, actually, can I just not get strength in general because of tungsten rod, maybe? Whoops. I have a hemokinesis and stuff. But yeah, tungsten rod is turning off rupture there. Goodbye, disarm. Pretty nice hit. At least for this turn. Next turn, though. Looks a lot less good. Can we block with Flame Barrier? Realistically, we might need double tap and go for a kill. That's my discard pile. Battle Trance is good. Flame Barrier's okay. I mean, it's only okay. Lots of Angers. Go Flame Barrier. Lots of double taps. So Flame Barrier does leave me at 1 health at the moment. Just by itself with nothing else. Anything here screw that up? True Grit could. I think I'll play it now. Okay. Relatively healthy. Hey, Eternal Feather. Yeah, let's take a Brutality with Tungsten Rod. Eternal Feather means we got full health for this boss gauntlet even. Did I have a Disarm or was that... Yeah, I have a Disarm. This is like sort of doable now. We got a lot stronger with all of these relics that we just grabbed. I don't know how important Rupture really is. Fire Breathing might be more important than it. Cool. Barricade and play in a self-forming clay. Another Disarm's a really big hit. Okay, so we probably win this fight off that. Go to 47 if we take no more damage. Do I have Brutality already? Nope. Not the most exciting Fiendfire, huh? So I don't think I want to play that Combust. I already have one, and I want the Tungsten Rod to make sure I'm taking no damage, I think. Second one here is pretty good. Spot Weakness is pretty good. Go Spot Weakness first. Another? Headbutt a Spot Weakness here. This will force a Cleanse next turn because of the Thorns. This turn ends up being just straight 12 cards. Oh, except I don't really want to play Berserk. I'll just stop here. Thanks, Grand Ninja. Why is Fire Breathing Upgrade so crazy good? What? You must know something about that card that I don't know. Any multi-attacks? There's a second wind. Go Battle Trance, I think. If I was angrier, would this be easier? Maybe? I think there's like a passable card here at the moment. One down. Okay, Donu and Deca are interesting here. They don't punish my crappy powers like Rupture, but Disarm doesn't work against them. So we'll see how this goes. Not sure I desperately need any of these cards. Oh, I sort of needed Havoc. Shit. Get 100 wins tonight. Well, I only need another like 20 or something, so I'm not sure how I'd get a full 100. It seemed like a lot of work. Yep. I'm gonna put Barricade in play, and we're gonna hope to draw Fiend Fire and Feel No Pain really soon. Impervious and stuff. There are good cards in the deck somewhere. So definitely want that. Let's headbutt a Sentinel, I think. Okay. Fiend Fire goes on top for next turn. Juggernaut's actually quite good damage. I think we need block as much as possible. Next turn we hope we draw Feel No Pain. We missed, meaning we're dead. Probably. Shit. What a fucking run. What an incredible run.